Hey guys, what's up? Today I got an Ubers match, and this one is against Corey or Zombie Ninja Chicken. And yeah, I had three Ubers battles today. This one was the last because the other two didn't work out exactly. One of them, I don't know, it disconnected, but the guy never like came back online to have the match again or whatever. Um, and the first one, oh, I missed Will-O-Wisp on his Scizor. I don't know why he would stay in on on a Giratina and try to U-turn. But yeah, I missed the Will-O-Wisp, and then I ended up getting swept by him because I got a two-turn outrage, and that caused him to get to +6. So that was not fun. If I had gotten the two turn instead of the three turn, I would have won. If I'd gotten the burn, I would have won too. But anyways, so this is the third match of the day, and it's actually going to work out a little better. I'm not going to get haxed out of it. And yeah, I'm just going to leave my Deoxys attack because it basically counters most of his team. I probably could have led with Groudon, but I was afraid of Tyranitar basically. Most of the time when you see Garchomp with a Tyranitar, it's because he's got Sandveil and Substitute, so I was sort of keeping that back in my mind. I didn't think his Garchomp was Scarfed, because with Sandveil, you might as well take advantage of the Substitute. So I'm just going to go for the Superpower on his Dialga, and I sort of expected that to kill, but I don't have any attack investment, and I'm thinking he's probably defensive, so yeah, that's not going to come close to killing, and this is why I say I probably should have led with Groudon, because even though Earthquake wouldn't have done anywhere near that much damage, I wouldn't have had to really worry about Thunder Waving on my Deoxys, because now it's kind of useless. I'm just going to go for the Superpower again, and that's going to do really nothing to the Groudon, because Groudon has base 140 defense, and that's really close to my base 180. Well, not really close, but, you know, it's decent, especially since I have an attack drop and it's not stab and all that stuff. So he's gonna hit with a Fire Blast, and I'm like, that's weird. Okay. And another thing too is he doesn't have Life Orb, so I'm like, is he like Specs? Really? Like really, really? So I'm gonna go mine to Giratina because I figure he's locked into Fire Blast and that won't do too much, even though it is in the sun. And I'm just gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp, and this is my fifth Will-O-Wisp in a row that I missed on the day. Fifth or fourth. Anyways, he's just gonna go for the Dragon Pulse, and I'm specially defensive, so I'm really not worried about that. If there was a Draco Meteor, that might have done kind of concerning damage, but it's not, and even if it was, he'd be lowering his special attack, and he wouldn't be able to KO me. So I'm gonna Dragon Tail him out, and I was expecting again that to do more damage, and that sort of doesn't really do anything, and he goes out to his Blaziken. For some reason he's going to protect. I'm not really sure why. Obviously I'm not going to be max speed, so he's still faster, but that was okay. But the thing is, he goes for the protect again? I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't know if he thinks he can sweep me and he's going to need the speed or something. But basically all that's happening here is I'm getting leftovers, and it's getting harder and harder for him to kill me. So he's going to go for Flare Blitz, finally. Yeah, that's going to do really nothing. That's like a, what, 5 or 6 hit KO, something like that. So I'm going to go for Dragon Tail and just knock him out, as I have been going for these past couple turns. And Shaman Sky is going to come in, and yeah, I'm not concerned about this either. Even if it has Empower Ice, which is its best move it could use against me, I'm really not that worried. And he does have Hidden Power Ice, and it does do not even half my remaining HP. Plus, I have leftovers. So, yeah, I go for the Willows. Here is my fifth of the day. Fifth miss. So I'm just like, that's really annoying. Like, ugh. He goes for the Air Slash. It's not going to flinch, which is good. I'm going to get my rest off, and I'm going to survive to fight another day. I don't think I would have been killed by another Air Slash, but probably another HP Ice after lefties. Maybe. Depends on the damage and stuff. So, whatever, I get rest off, and I'm going to go for the Sleep Talk, because that's this Giratina set, especially defensive, with Burning to wall basically everything. I'm going to get rest on my first Sleep Talk, of course, because no one likes to wake up early. Everyone wants to just stay asleep. and just get all that rest up. So, yep, I'm going to go for the sleep talk now. Now he's kind of waking up. He's a little groggy. He's kind of like, hits his alarm clock snooze button. Doesn't really want to get out of bed, rolls over. But he's still going to be nice and sleep talk the Will-O-Wisp. And go figure, the only guy who has Sand Veil actually gets hit with a Will-O-Wisp. Of course, that was great, because that means that this Garchomp's not really going to be able to do too much to me. But it's still kind of funny that I missed 5, and then I hit the one that's the hardest to hit. But, I was glad about it. I figured, like I said earlier, that he would have Substitute, but I'm just going to go for Dragon Tail just so that he doesn't get a free sub up, because I really don't want him to. Yeah, he has Sand Veil, but it's like, he's eventually going to get it, so I'm sort of aware of that. But basically what I'm just trying to do is stall him down as low as possible and get him to a point where he's too low to sub, and he'll just want to attack me. Unfortunately, I missed now. If I had to hit him one more time, that would have been perfect, because he would have subbed next turn, and even if I missed then, it wouldn't have mattered. But nope, I'm going to miss now, and so now he's going to get up a Swords Dance, which is the other move I figured he would have. And seeing Swords Dance really makes me happy, because that means he doesn't have Fire Blast, because if he did, while it is weak, because Garchomp's special attack is nothing too great, it still would be annoying to my Ferrothorn. And, yeah, so it's good that he doesn't have it. He has Swords Dance instead. I'm going to miss again, which is kind of annoying, but it's not, again, not really a big deal, because he would just attack me. Here, I figured he'd want to Outrage, because he's going to be losing way too much health to keep Swords Dancing, but he actually Swords Dances again, and that's not good. Cursed Leftovers healing him up. But yeah, so I'm in Ferrothorn, and like I said, I was expecting him to Outrage, and that would have killed him with Iron Barbs. But nope, now he can go for the Earthquake. I don't have anything on my team that wants to take an Earthquake. Groudon, kinda, but if I switch into him, I don't get a chance to attack, and I'd rather set up Spikes. Because, whatever, Ferrothorn doesn't really need to be here once Garchomp dies, because his Dialga's almost dead, and nothing else really needs to be walled by a Steel type. So, yep, he's going to go for Earthquake again, and I'm just going to set up my second layer of Spikes, and that is perfect. Here I'm figuring, he's going to die, right? So just set up Spikes, and then whatever he sends in, I can switch around accordingly. Unfortunately, he's going to live at 2 HP, which is actually not a big deal, because I never actually hit him, so it's not hacks, it's all math, it's all basically because of his HP and how the percentages worked of healing and substitutes and burns and all that stuff. But, I'm not really worried about it. He's going to die now. As I said, Ferrothorn's not really needed. Yeah, so he's just going to die now, and I lose Ferrothorn as opposed to not losing Ferrothorn. No big deal. So he sends in his Groudon here. I'm going to go to my own Groudon. Not really sure why. I knew he'd be Specs and he'd probably have Solar Beam, but I really should just went to Giratina. I guess I was just thinking I should get up Stealth Rocks, and because I see that my son goes first, I know I'm faster, so I'm going to stay in, and he's just going to go with Solar Beam, and he's going to hit me, and I'm going to die, but I got my Stealth Rocks up, so that's perfect, and he's locked in on the Solar Beam, so I know I can go into my Blaziken, who can't even be 2-hit KO'd by Solar Beam, not that I'd be taking 2 of them. But, I got my Groudon to do its job. It set up Stealth Rocks, and I didn't really need it because, yeah, Blaziken's going to come in and just sweep. I'm going to set up the Swords Dance. I guess he figured I might Protect, but no, I have actually both because I really don't need a third attack. High Jump Kick and Flare Blitz are really the only moves you need. Baton Pass is useful, but in Ubers, it's kind of a non-issue because it's like almost everything kills everything else in one hit, especially if they have a good amount of prior damage, 30-40%. So it's really not a big deal. So yeah, I'm gonna go Flare Blitz and basically just kill his entire team. His Tyranitar is really the only thing that I can take a Flare Blitz because I am +2 and in the sun. So that's the only thing I'm really worried about. Well, another thing too is once Tyranitar comes in, the sun will no longer be there. So that's an issue, but it's not a big deal. I'm just going to kill his Groudon here, and then he's going to send in his Tyranitar, and not really sure why he's going to go into Tyranitar first. It's pretty much over at this point. His only chance is to really have me miss, but he's going to switch out which means that when he comes back in, he's going to be really low health to where my Flare Blitz will actually kill him. So his only chance was here to stay in and hope for the high jump kick miss, but that's not a great strategy for winning the battle. So yeah, I do go for the high jump kick, I do hit it, and I do kill his Shaman. Not that it matters, because I would have outsped it, and I could have killed it with a Flare Blitz afterwards. Yeah, his Blaziken's going to come in and protect, expecting me to maybe go for the high jump kick, but again, my Flare Blitz is going to be able to kill Blaziken. I mean, especially at half health, I have +2, and Life Orb. Not even half health, actually. No, it's like quarter health. So like I said, go for the protect. I actually wanted to Swords Dance here just to be like, aha, I predicted you, but I'm like, if he doesn't, I'll feel like such an idiot. So I'll just be safe. Just go for Flare Blitz. He protects, does nothing. Sandstorm's kind of wearing me down, but it's really a non-issue because unless he gets like 10 protects in a row or something, because I still do have 30% health. Well, I guess that's like 5, but whatever. I'm just gonna kill him, Flare Blitz, and yeah, no, he's dead. Now he's down to his Tyranitar. As I said, he's gonna switch in, take a bunch of damage from hazards, and not gonna be able to even take a Flare Blitz. So that's what I'm gonna go for, and he's gonna die. And yeah, that's the end of the battle. Not exactly a short one, but fairly straightforward, I guess. I guess when I made that team, I was sort of considering Blaziken being the centerpiece, that or Deoxys attack, but since it got paralyzed really early, like first turn, it was kind of useless for the rest of the battle. So, yep, there's the end of the battle. As you see, I win 2-0, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all tomorrow, because I do daily uploads. Huzzah!